the street.
Purple Daily is daily Vikings entertainment. We just want the Vikings to win a Super Bowl before we die.
I will ride with this group.
Seriously, man. Please.
And away we go.
Mint Purple Daily. We got our guy Darren Doogie Wolfson from the 5 Eyewitness News Sports Department in the house. That's right. Got our mugs in the house. So you guys have your mugs. I got my daily greens from Huel here.
Very nice.
Which we're going to shout out before we do a little reckless speculation Thursday to all who celebrate.
Everybody celebrates, Phil. Come on.
Yeah, you should anyways, you know. A new powerful addition to your nutritional routine. Huel, there's Black Edition ready to drink. Huel Daily Greens ready to drink. They also have other amazing things like the protein shakes. On the Black Edition ready to drink, 35 grams of protein, 27 essential vitamins and minerals, no artificial sweeteners. It's ready to go, under $5. And then also the Daily Greens here, which I've been sipping on the last few days here, developed and registered by nutritionists and dietitians, 42 vitamins, minerals, and superfoods, only 25 calories, 4 grams of fiber, only 1 gram of sugar, and they taste really good. There's a blueberry, lemon, and thyme flavor here. There's also like an apple cucumber situation I was drinking yesterday. Incredible. Huel makes healthy eating simple. They also just launched into Target stores nationwide. So you can try these products today with 15% off your purchase for new customers with the exclusive code PURPLE at Huel.com/purple, www.huel.com/purple. Use the code PURPLE at checkout, and you can help the show, and you can get 15% off Huel products.
Sounds good.
Gentlemen,
You better share some of those with me, Phil.
I got some. I actually have there's a box in the. Well, you might have to fight Alex Boone for the box on O-line committee.
Yeah, you don't want to do
maybe
that.
you guys
No,
can
I'm not
arm
fighting.
wrestle
You
over
don't
it.
want to do that. Don't do that.
Mr. Iron Man himself. No.
Yeah, don't do that. Don't do that.
Apparently he's back up to he told us yesterday or the other day on O-line committee, he's back up to 310. Not fat, by the way.
Yeah,
He's
he kinda looked
it's like
310.
bulk season. So I don't know. He's going for it. But so let's look out into the future here, boys. So the Vikings, they're 4-6. We'll see what happens against Green Bay, but they got like a less than 2% chance to make the playoffs. So as we look into the springtime, they are currently $37 million over next year's projected salary cap, according to Over the Cap. $37 million over right now. The good news is they do have $14 million in unused cap space this year that you get to roll over into next year. So that can help alleviate some of the burn there. So call it, if my Buffalo High School math is right here, call it $23 million over the cap heading into next March as you try to improve your roster, infrastructure around J.J. McCarthy, etc. I want to go line by line here. I'm going to throw a name out. I have 7 names listed, maybe even 8 on the roster. I want to throw some of these names out at you guys, tell you what their cap hit is next year, and how much the Vikings would save if they cut or traded said player. And you tell me, are they still a Viking week 1 of 2026?
All right, I have my pen. I have my paper. Name number 1 is?
Ryan Kelly, $12 million cap hit. Vikings would save all $12 million. He has no guaranteed money left. They would save all $12 million if they said goodbye to Ryan Kelly.
Well, I mean, logically, you wave goodbye to Ryan, who's such a good dude. Now, he told my TV colleague Chris Long in a one-on-one conversation on Wednesday that he's feeling pretty good. All things in line for him to return as soon as Sunday. Now, hey, we're all surprised. We thought, hey, shut this thing down after that second documented concussion week 4 overseas. 2 in the first 4 weeks of the season, 5 known concussions as a pro. That doesn't even take into account Alabama before Alabama, right? But a good player, don't get me wrong, but you can't bring him back at that number when you have viable alternatives already in place. Whether it's Juergens or Brandel, one of them can assume that position at a much lower number. So to me, logically speaking, there's no way you can bring back Ryan Kelly at that number.
Yeah. Judd, you agree? You agree?
Yo,
Okay.
Yeah. Bye. See ya.
Thank you. Next, Nord of Ariana Grande. Yep.
Go live your life too, dude. Like, you've had too many concussions. Go live your life. You should have a long, productive life.
3
Gotta
kids. I
go.
mean, he even told us, he goes, hey, in recent days, now in the moment of Wednesday, he said he felt pretty good right after the walkthrough open locker room time. He goes, in that moment, felt good. But he's like, hey, 3 kids at home. Yeah. There's been moments the last 10 to 14 days. I'm not quite sure if it was me pushing myself, doing what I was doing on the practice field, or just life, right? Having 3 kids, helping out at home. He's like, I felt fatigued at different points. He's trying to balance. Okay, is it just normal dad life, 3 young children, or the way I'm exerting myself at TCO Performance Center? But he has consulted a number of outside doctors. I mean, we're talking plural, in addition to a number of people inside TCO Performance Center. So he has gotten the advice that he was seeking. Full systems go on a return. I just pray. I really do. I'm not one that prays very often. I like the guy so much on a personal level. I pray that he doesn't suffer another concussion.
Yeah. All right. I'll throw 2 skill position players out in one here. We'll start with Judd, and then we can go around the room here. We'll start with TJ Hawkinson, $21 million cap hit. Vikings would save $9 million if they cut or trade him. He has no guaranteed money left. And then Aaron Jones has a $14 million cap hit. Vikings would save $7 million if they cut Aaron Jones.
TJ Hawkinson's probably, of all of these cuts, the easiest one. My God, I mean, this guy in August of 23 was signed at the time to be the highest paid tight end in the National Football League. And he is actually, if Tucker Kraft was healthy, of the starting tight ends, he's actually the worst in his division now. So, and I know he's blocked more. I know he's blocking more, but let's stop with that, okay? You don't get paid that much to block. So he's gone for sure. Aaron Jones, I got to be honest, picking my path, if I was the Vikings, I would part company with him, because I don't think you're in a place where you can count on needing an Aaron Jones type next season unless he came back for dirt cheap. So my inclination is save the money there as well. I feel like next year might be a little bit more dicey. So I'm out on both guys, because you have to save money somewhere.
Yeah, you do. Now, I'm with you on Hawkinson. Like, it's the easiest of all of these, right? We know he's not coming back under the current terms. The question is there a massive restructure? Is he back in 26? At a much lesser number. But we all know TJ Hawkinson is not playing under the current terms of his 2026 contract. On Aaron Jones, I could see a restructure there. I could see him back, but not at that number. They like him enough. Yeah, I could see him back. The
I think they need some young juice,
representation,
man.
Just everything. I could see Aaron Jones back, maybe not quite at that high number, but back in some capacity in 26.
Feels like they need some more juice there. And Jordan Mason's under contract is kind of the Thunder guy.
Well, then you draft the kid from Notre Dame. If you're in a business,
Jeremiah Love,
you draft.
Drafting guy early.
You do. Yeah, but it's hard to envision a pass first play caller being on board with that. And I get it. Love can be dynamic in the pass game, but it's hard to see. Now, hey, they had all sorts of interest in Henderson, who's starring right now for the Patriots. So there was some scuttlebutt pre-draft last year about them possibly going running back at a high pick. But I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, right now, where are they likely picking? 13, 14, somewhere in that ballpark? I mean, does Love even make it that far? Is he more like Ashton Genty, going like top 10?
He could be.
We'll study it closer, too. And now that Thor Nystrom is a big part of the family, fantastic news, right? I mean, we'll be able to do all sorts of deep dives January and on Jeremiah Love. But I'm warming to that idea if he's somehow there when the Vikings pick in the first round. Yeah. But if they don't go that direction, Phil, or feel like they can go that direction, I could see Aaron Jones back at a lesser number.
So what I'm going to do here is I'm keeping track of the math on how much money are we saving as the de facto Vikings front office here, the 4 of us. So we're saying $12 million on Ryan Kelly, and then depending on what you do with Hawkinson Jones, maybe you cut one and you restructure the other. I'll say about $9 million in savings there. And that brings us to the 2 big-name veteran free agent defensive tackles that you signed back in March. Javon Hargrave, $21 million cap hit. You save $11 if you cut him. Jonathan Allen, $22 million cap hit, but you only save $4 million if you cut him based on the way they structured that contract. For some context, Jonathan Allen and Javon Hargrave have both been pretty rock solid as interior pass rushers. Certainly not what they were 5 years ago, but they were brought in to move the needle in the interior, provide some pressure, along with Jalen Redmond, who's been the best of the bunch. And Allen and Hargrave have combined for 48 total pressures, which blows away what that position group was doing last year at this time. But they're both very expensive cap hits. So Hargrave and Allen, you guys.
Boy,
I'm out.
Jonathan
I'm out
Allen
on Hargrave.
back. Hargrave is the tough one. Clearly, massive disappointment. Outside of, to me, week 1 against Chicago, then the Detroit game a couple weeks ago, he's been a no-show. And it's not like he's got youth on his side.
Yeah.
But do you bet? I get it. You're saving some money.
Save the money.
That's still a pretty large dead cap hit. Would you wager that there's a bounce back, a big bounce back with Javon Hargrave in 2026?
Not at that age. Nope. I am purely doing this based on which one saves me more. And if Hargrave, you said, Phil, that's $10 million?
It'd be 11. Yep.
11, yeah. I'm saving that.
And I get
I'll
it.
Keep one.
I mean, that makes more sense. I don't see them taking an $18 million dead cap hit on Jonathan Allen, though. That Jonathan Allen has been good enough.
Mm-hmm.
There's intangibles there. I see Jonathan Allen here next year.
Yep.
Okay. We'll keep going down this list here. This reckless speculation Thursday.
Reckless speculation.
This one might shock you guys. You might think, "Wow, why would Phil throw this name out there? This guy's a pretty damn good player when he's healthy, when he's on the field." Jonathan Grenard has a $22 million cap hit next year. The Vikings would save $12 million if they cut or trade would be the more likely scenario there. If they traded Jonathan Grenard for, I think you get a day 2 draft pick for Jonathan Grenard.
I think Jonathan Grenard is
keep
here
him
next year. That the idea is you're still trying to compete at a pretty darn high level. Yeah, Grenard isn't going anywhere.
I agree with that.
A restructure?
I
Yeah,
I don't
needs
think
to.
so.
I think he just sits there with. I don't
You
think
have
he
to
has.
pay for good pass rushers, and we can debate where he ranks pecking order wise. And hey, he has to lead the NFL in near sacks, right? I mean, his pressure numbers are through the roof. We get it. The Vikings are number 1 in the NFL across the board, pressuring the quarterback. But their inability to bring down said quarterback, specifically Jonathan Grenard, it's been an issue, but still a very, very good player. I see Jonathan Grenard here in 2026.
If Dallas Turner had looked while he was replacing Van Ginkel like he did when he replaced Grenard on Sunday, this would be a conversation. If Dallas Turner looked like the player that we expected now for 10 games, I think it's a conversation. I think because he hasn't, it's not.
Yeah, what does throw a wrench into this is Grenard, according to Over the Cap, has no guaranteed money left, and so he's going to want a new contract. So that is that is definitely a talking point here. What does that look like for him? Is there a standout? But the fact that he has no guarantee money left, he's probably, and he has an $18 million base salary. They could guarantee that to him, but he might say, listen, man, I see what some of these do. I'm not saying I'm Myles Garrett, but am I less than half of what the top edge rushers are making in the league? You get me over $30 million. And what if that's what the conversation becomes? Grenard says, I ain't playing on that without more guaranteed money. And while we're at it, let's just redo the whole contract. Someone offers you a second-round pick for him. Van Ginkel, by the way, is Van Ginkel's uncuttable. Van Ginkel has a $19 million cap hit, but you save only $2 million if you say goodbye. So Van Ginkel, I think, is on this team next year.
Oh, absolutely. Van Ginkel is definitely here next year. I still think Grenard is here in one capacity or another. Maybe it's an extension. Maybe you do some things with the 2026 number. I'll defer to you, Phil, Mr. Caponomics, if there's different ways. The mechanics of that.
Phil Brzezinski.
I think bottom line is Grenard is here next year.
Okay.
Yeah, if it becomes a problem with the scenario that you just pointed out in the second part of that, I think a trade is a possibility. But I would go with Dukes. I think the odds are good because they could do an extension that could actually smooth out the cap hit a bit, which might make more sense too. Mm-hmm. So yeah, of all of the names that you have brought up, Grenard's the first one where I think there's a very, very small chance he's gone.
Okay. Harrison Smith has a void year, so there'd be like a dead cap hit of a few $1 million. So that's whatever. Blake Brandel is the last name I want to throw out. It's a $4 million cap hit, which on the surface a few weeks ago you would have said, well, yeah, I mean, for like a backup lineman, you're probably not going to eat that. You'll say goodbye. The Vikings would save $3.5 million if they cut or traded Blake Brandel, but I think he's your starting center right now in 2026. And at a $4 million cap hit, that's a nice little discount for a starting center in the NFL. That's my take.
Versatility if need be to play other positions if it came down to that. Yeah, I mean, I'm with Wes Phillips, though, who suggested it a couple weeks ago. Of the 4 positions that Blake Brandel has played in the NFL, you can certainly make a compelling case that center is the best of the 4.
How about that?
That is his best position. So, yeah, I think you're right. I think that's a reasonable number for a starting center in 2026. So, yeah, Blake Brandel, a Viking in 2026.
Agreed completely.
So, all right. So we kind of put our heads together. If we say goodbye to Hargrave, let's say Hawkinson, but maybe Aaron Jones stays on a restructure or something, and Ryan Kelly, just roughly, that is $32 million in saved cap space for our de facto front office, which gets you $9 million under the cap. Just enough to pay your draft picks, basically.
Do you know what you just did, Phil?
What do you mean? Enough to acquire Mac Jones.
Wow. Look at me right now.
It's very impressive. Doogs, Declan, Phil, he just right-sized the business.
That's right. Oh, let's go.
You know what? Laughs
Go
aside.
Twins.
Yeah. Cue it up. I just love watching Judd dance. Phil, what is the Byron Murphy Jr. cap situation in 2026?
Oh, I love where you're
look at
going.
you. Oh,
I was
Doogie,
wondering if
Doogie.
someone would do this because I was looking
Doogie.
at disappointing season, boys.
You son of a... okay, Byron Murphy Jr., who does have $15 million in guaranteed salary for next year,
This is good.
is a $19.5 million cap hit, but you'd have to eat another $10 million on top of that in dead money to say goodbye to him in a cut. A trade, you would actually save $5 million if you decide to go that way, but you'd also be without a starting outside cornerback and a nickel cornerback.
All right, so
you're
Byron
kind of
Murphy
locked
Jr.
in
here.
one more
Yeah,
year.
He's here in 2026. What about our guy, Josh Matelus? It pains me to have to
wow,
ask, what about
Doogie just on fire today. He got reckless.
serious?
You woke up and chose reckless.
Josh, we're so sorry. Doogie's just Josh Matelus,
Josh, you watched the
friend
show.
of the
This is your guy.
Yeah. Remember who cut you, Josh?
So Josh, according to Over the Cap, has $3.4 million in guarantee money for next year. Cap hit, so a cap hit of $6 million, and you would have to eat another $5 million on top of that to say goodbye. So he's pretty well locked in.
He's here,
unless
which is
you
fine.
really don't like him as a player, but they do like him as a player.
On the intangibles of Jonathan Allen, plenty of intangibles there with Josh Metellus. Just find a way to maybe.
Are there any
utilize
other
him
fan
like they
favorite
did
players?
last
Oh,
year, not so much this year.
Doogs. Josh right now is saying at 2, Doogie, at 2. You've turned on Josh Metellus.
Never.
No one is safe on reckless
Never.
speculation.
I do
Thursday.
need. I mean, maybe Boone. Phil, has Boone or Searles described how exactly the Vikings are using Metellus this year compared to last year?
We
Is
haven't
it all
done any.
Bynum related?
Yeah, we haven't done the defensive, really, the dives
I'd love
in
to
there
hear
yet.
a deep dive. Certainly, I'm not going to attempt that, but I'd love to hear somebody with a great analytical mind just describe how Metellus was used last year compared to this year.
I'll give you 2 other names.
I think he's being used at safety more, which
Well, yeah.
which he's not.
Although he's played a little
not deep
linebacker
safety.
too.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Well,
I mean, remember, he came in
not
less
safety.
weight, thinking he was going to play more deep safety.
Yeah.
I want
Gain the
to
weight back.
find a way to unearth the Metellus we saw in 2024.
I got 2 more names for you if you
Okay.
want them.
Okay.
You want those 2 names?
All right.
We'll get there in a second because tonight at Buffalo Wild Wings in Roseville, we're going to be hanging out. It's our next Purple Daily Unplugged event. 6 o'clock is when we're going to show up and start mingling, commiserating with fellow Vikings fans. And then around 6:30, we'll start the Purple Daily Unplugged recording and then hang around for a little bit of Thursday night football as well. Buffalo Wild Wings in Roseville. Specials on boneless wings tonight, $4 Coors Lights, $4 Miller Lights, and also 5 lucky winners are going to get a Pepsi tailgate kit. And our guy, our new free agent signing, Thor Nystrom, is going to be in the house if you want to rip him up and down for his J.J. McCarthy positivity. But
Speaking
yes,
of contract restructures, that's how this.
yeah.
Is working
What's
with
his
Phil
cap
now.
hit now?
Yeah,
My
I don't know.
God.
The cement hasn't dried yet on
It's
Thor,
been-
okay? Let's give him some time.
ScoreNorth.com/Pepsi. ScoreNorth.com/Pepsi to find out more about the Purple Daily Unplugged event. But it's open to the public. Come hang out. We'd love to talk Vikings with you guys. And then Doogie, Awaken 180, also powering this reckless speculation Thursday today.
Absolutely. Speaking of Thor's Day, does he need to rewire his neurological pathway at all?
Some might
Is that a
argue
valid
yes.
question for
Who
Thor?
doesn't?
Yeah, I think we all need to rewire our neurological pathway. Yeah, I certainly don't, though, for making the decision to work with Awaken 180 Weight Loss. Awaken180weightloss.com. Think about it. Today is Give to the Max Day. Fantastic, right? Give to the max. But consider this. Give to yourself. If you're carrying some extra weight, if you're feeling a little down energy-wise, Awaken 180 Weight Loss is here to help. You eat to lose weight. You literally eat to lose weight. Very easy plan to follow. My coach Patrick lays out the daily plan. I follow it. If I can do it, I promise you can too. There's no calorie counting. There's no exercise required. There's no medication necessary. You eat normal foods and you end up losing weight. I'm down multiple notches on my belt buckle, down over 20 pounds, just about 25 pounds now from starting in early September.
go.
Yeah, I mean, the goal was
Nice
20.
job, dude.
I've exceeded that. I'll keep it going because it's a lifestyle change. It's easy to follow, so why not just keep it going? So that's what I'm doing. So it absolutely works. Awaken 180 Weight Loss, the website, awaken180weightloss.com. Schedule a free consultation. Learn all about Awaken 180 Weight Loss at awaken180weightloss.com or call them 1-844-346-1800. 1-844-346-1800. Awaken 180 Weight Loss.
Boom. Boom. All right. Here's your two names. Let's start with this one. Blake Cashman has a $9 million cap hit. No more guaranteed money left, so you're probably in either restructure mode or guarantee the $6.9 million base. You would save $4.5 million to your cap situation if you said goodbye to Blake Cashman, who's about 30 years old now, frequently, dinged up, but a really good player.
Yeah, I mean, that's the issue, right? That's the knock. That you can never presume 17 games or even 16 or 15, that it's inevitable. He's going to miss some amount of time. But for those hopefully closer to 13, 14 games he plays, not necessarily, 6 or 7 or 8, that he's a high-level player. And I think he'll continue to be a high-level player in 2026. To me, he does it all. Like, I don't have any questions about his skill set when he's on the field. My only question is, can he stay on the field? But I absolutely see Blake Cashman here in 2026. That would be the right call. He should be here in 2026.
What does a potential extension restructure look like?
On Cashman?
On Cashman, yep.
You want me to pull up the linebacker market?
On Cashman. Well,
I
I'm just
could
saying
work that out with Blake Barrett's. Yeah.
I'm just saying
Yeah, that's right.
if that's his contractual situation, you probably extend him. The problem here too is because you've whiffed on so many damn draft picks, you do have to keep some guys.
Yeah, you probably do like a Logan Wilson contract. He's with Dallas now. He was with Cincinnati. 29 years old, $9 million a year average annual value. I mean, it'd be
okay.
And then you'd smooth out the cap hit on like a 2-year deal or something.
That's not terrible.
But here's a juicy name. Not that Cashman's not juicy, but here's the juicy name. The
Jets?
number. Well, Jets ain't going anywhere. He does have a $38 million cap number, and you're just going to have to kind of eat that for
Correct.
next year.
That's part of the deal, having perhaps the best receiver in the game.
Yeah, but he has $26 million guaranteed coming at him. Like that contract's going nowhere for a while. I'd be shocked. But Byron O'Neal has, I think, the second highest cap hit on the team, $23 million.
This is interesting.
No guaranteed money left.
Yeah.
So he's in line for a new deal or a restructure. If you cut him, which I don't think you would do, but you would save $19.5 million to your cap situation. More likely than not, you would just do a new deal and smooth it out. But that is a contract that has to be addressed sometime this offseason.
Yeah, team captain, I think the way it's addressed is he's here. And so whatever reworking needs to take place, another intangible guy. Plus, to me, when he's on the field, I mean, that would be my question with him moving forward. Can he sustain a run of, 17 straight games in 2026, or is some sort of injury inevitable when it comes to Brian O'Neal? But I don't doubt the talent. I see Brian O'Neal here, the captain of that offensive line. I see him here in 2026.
Can I ask a question that is somewhat rhetorical, if not completely?
No.
Can
it's your show.
Can
Go
Walter
ahead.
Rouse play? Like,
Well,
here's the thing. Can Walter
I'm not
Rouse
handing him
play?
the keys to the starting right tackle, Jeff.
I know, but can he even play? Like,
I think he can play a little bit.
Not active now,
Capable backup.
but I mean, again, if you had somebody, I mean, Brian O'Neal, God bless him, he's the type of guy that if you have a normal structure of our draft picks work, that you say thank you for your service, you're long in the tooth, you're really good at what you do, but we don't know if you can play, and we certainly don't know. Like, he's the exact type of guy. It's a bad, brutal business, but you sort of want to push him out, and then Rouse comes in and starts. But I have no idea if the kid can play. Like, this is my frustration here. Like, there's no progression. There's no plan here.
It's a fair
Well, I mean, that's
criticism.
when you swing and miss on so many draft picks, right?
I know.
We're talking nearly 30 draft picks, 22,
I'm not frustrated with you,
24, 25.
As
the
Kevin
4
calls
draft
you.
classes under this regime. So many swings and misses. That's the issue.
By the way, I'm not frustrated with you, Darren, at all. In fact, that's what Kevin O'Connell calls you. How did Kevin O'Connell find out that your name is not just Doogie?
I have no idea. I don't know.
Like, he called you Darren again. He's doing it. He's like trolling you. Like, people are finding out your real name. They're finding out your real name.
You know
like,
this. I'm in many ways a KOC apologist, right? I'm a big KOC fan.
It doesn't mean it would troll you. It's trolled everybody. It's great.
I'm a big fan of KOC. But
You'll
yeah,
hear
I don't know why he goes Darren, not Doogie, but whatever.
He
He answers the questions. Some word salad, right? Admittedly, right? I mean, he pokes fun at himself for some of the word salad, but at least he answers the questions. Let me ask you this one, Phil. What about Will Fries? What's the Will Fries cap situation next year?
Yeah, it's you're not getting out of that for a couple years here unless you really unless you hate him as a player. So $17 million cap hit.
He's gotten better as the year's gone on, but just curious. I mean, I know they gave him big money, and we're talking about a guard.
Yeah,
I don't even know exactly how to quantify what you're exactly looking for from that position at that big number. I'm just curious.
Well, it's a $17 million cap hit, but if you were to say goodbye to him, it would be a $28 million cap hit to say goodbye to him.
Right, yeah, he's absolutely correct. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep, no problem. Yep.
So there we go.
Bidders, right?
Hey, I got one.
Giants.
This might be an entire show, boys.
Outbid a few teams.
This might be an entire show, boys. I got one for you. If J.J. McCarthy is the guy, let's say he shows some gradual improvement, but it's not great. If J.J. McCarthy is the guy going into 2026 and they just say, you know what, we're going to ride this out, do we think there's any chance that Jordan Addison and his representation walk into Kwesi's office and say, you know what, we're not so sure about this. Our guy's the number 2 here. Jefferson's going to get the ball. We're probably not going to stay here if McCarthy stays here. Why don't you look around and see if you can trade us?
Look around.
I mean, how bad does it need to get? Because the 2 clicked a ton in the summer.
That was training camp, dude.
I know.
I mean, I agree with you, but that was training camp. I'm just saying.
And I get it. Jets was off to the side. I understand that. I mean, I'm just telling you, going back many, many weeks, the plan all along has been, hey, we finally hit on a first-round pick, on a draft pick.
I know.
That he's very worthy of a second contract. That, yeah, I mean, sure, he views himself as a number 1. It's not going to happen here, but, you know, the idea has been you pay Jordan Addison, that he's been good enough that you don't just let him go. And I get it. If you have a first-round pick coming back, I guess you consider it, right? Is anybody giving you a 1 for Jordan Addison to then give him $30-something million a year? I'll be surprised.
Okay. It's close.
Maybe he fetches a day 2 pick, but are you trading Jordan Addison for a day 2 pick? I'm not. And I'm just telling you how they've been thinking for a while. Like, we hit on this guy. Let's take care of him.
Yeah.
Right. But I'm saying, what if he walks into Kwesi's office and says, I'm the number 2 here. The quarterback's not that good. I don't trust it. I ain't going to stay here.
I mean, how bad do the next 7 games need to be?
Did you see Sunday's game?
I did.
See the game?
Yeah. I know.
Yeah.
See the
Zim,
game?
Did
Okay,
you see the
so
game?
the next
I
seven,
see it every
for
day
the
at
most
practice.
part, are comparable to what we saw last Sunday. Then I
I
think we
might
could probably
bail.
revisit the conversation.
I might bail out then, Dukes.
Yeah,
Go to
Well,
Browns daily.
there might be a
or-
larger conversation.
Jaguars
Jefferson,
daily.
how much tolerance do you have?
Browns.
Right? I mean, you
daily.
really want to recklessly speculate here on a Thursday. What does Jefferson and his representation say in January if the next 7 games are comparable to what we saw against the Bears?
Well, just for fun, let me run. If you were to trade Justin Jefferson, just what would that? Let's say he demands it. He demands it. Okay. It would be so. It's a $39 million hit, just straight up. If you traded him pre-June 1st, you'd have to eat $45 million in dead cap for 2025.
Okay, no.
If you designated it as a post June 1st, you would save $25 million this year, but then you would have dead cap on your 2027 books. And obviously, that's not an ideal scenario for the Vikings to have to. But if he's pissed and's like, guys, I can't.
Yeah, I mean,
do
I don't
this
think
anymore.
it's in his DNA to get it to that point. So, I mean, not like they're trading him, right? It would have to get to that point of him publicly demanding, in all likelihood, that I need out. And I can't foresee, even on this reckless speculation Thursday, I can't foresee such a situation taking place.
If he unfollows the Vikings on Instagram in February, then look out.
Speculation.
All right, we got to bounce here. Darren Doogie Wolfson.
Fun chat, boys.
Wolfson.
See ya.
By the
From
way,
Five
one
Eyewitness
other note. So there's a Sportico report about some owners trying to get rid of this NFLPA survey. The Vikings are not on board. Clearly so, right? You look at how the Vikings
Cardinals
have
want
graded
that
the
survey
last
to go
few
away.
years.
The Bengals
want it to go away.
Correct. The Vikings are all in. Please.
It's the Jets.
We don't need to get rid of. Yeah, of course, it's the Jets, right?
The Jets
we
are
don't
like,
need to
you
get rid
gotta
of this
get rid of this.
NFLPA survey. Just wanted to get that out there.
It's amazing.
All
All right, good stuff.
All right,
Dude,
Bye,
boys.
Skinny.
we'll catch you next week. And
Thanks,
we'll
Dukes.
catch you guys on the Thursday
boys.
episode of Purple
Much love.
Daily
Yeah.
as well here. And at Buffalo Wild Wings if you're so inclined in Roseville tonight, Thursday night. See you guys.